I never thought I'd believe in old legends. I'm not the type to get scared by stories people tell around campfires or online forums. Ghosts, haunted houses, curses. Those were all things that belonged in movies. That was before I ended up in Ashwood Manor. It all started with a message in a local photography forum. Someone posted a photo of a mansion shrouded in fog, with broken windows and vines crawling up the walls. The caption was simple: Ashwood Manor. Don't go at night. Of course, I couldn't resist. I drove out one Friday evening. The town nearby was quaint, the kind of place where everyone waves at strangers, but the closer I got to Ashwood Road, the emptier it became. Streetlights flickered, and the air smelled damp and old. When I finally saw the house, my stomach sank. It was enormous, Victorian, 3 stories tall, completely abandoned. The front gates hung crooked on their hinges, and yet I could see lights flickering inside. I laughed nervously. There shouldn't have been lights. No electricity. The place had been empty for decades. I parked my car on the side of the road and approached the house. The wooden front steps creaked under my weight. I pushed open the double doors. Inside, the air was thick, musty, and cold. Dust floated in the narrow beams of my flashlight. Wallpaper had peeled long ago, leaving ghostly shapes on the walls. An ornate chandelier swayed slightly above, even though there was no draft. I started taking pictures. That's when I heard it, the faint sound of piano keys, slow and deliberate. Upstairs. I paused. Who would play the piano in an abandoned house? I told myself it was a neighbor or some prankster, but the melody was soft, sorrowful, and unmistakably coming from inside the house. I climbed the stairs. Each step groaned under my weight. The piano was in the main hallway, the keys moving on their own. No one was there. And then I heard a voice, whispering, almost a breath. "You shouldn't be here." I froze. My camera slipped from my hand. A shadow moved at the corner of my vision. I turned and saw her. A woman, pale and thin, wearing a torn gown, her hair tangled. Her eyes were dark, hollow. She tilted her head as if studying me. I tried to speak, but no words came. My legs moved without my permission, carrying me toward the door, but the hallway seemed to stretch, the exit slipping farther away with every step. I reached a room at the end of the hall, a child's bedroom. Toys lay scattered across the floor. A rocking chair moved slowly back and forth, empty. And on the wall, written in old, cracked paint, "Leave now or stay forever." A cold wind slammed the door shut behind me. I banged on it, tried to open it, but it wouldn't budge. Then, a tiny hand rested on my shoulder. I whipped around. A child, eyes pure black, mouth twisted in a grin, stood before me. I screamed. The lights flickered, and suddenly the house seemed alive. Doors slammed, footsteps pounded around me, and the piano keys played a frantic tune. My camera flashed uncontrollably, capturing shapes and shadows that weren't there a moment ago. Finally, the rocking chair toppled, and everything went silent. I ran, through the hall, down the stairs, and out into the night. I didn't stop until I reached my car. The next day, I tried to look up Ashwood Manor. Nothing. No history, no records, no mentions. As if the house had never existed. Then my phone buzzed. A new picture had appeared in my gallery. A picture of me standing in front of the house, except in the doorway, the woman's eyes glowed red. I've never returned. But sometimes when I walk past Ashwood Road, I swear I see a light flicker in one of the broken windows. And I know if I stop, she'll see me.